Hello students, I hope you all are fit and fine and doing very well in your studies. Now students, you know that we had already started chapter heat, and now you know that heat is a form of energy that makes things hot. The things become hotter when they gain heat and they become colder when they lose heat. So let's move towards topic. Students, in last class we had read about thermometric scales, and we saw that there are three temperature scale on which temperature is measured. These are Celsius scale or centigrade scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. Student, you know that for practical reason most thermometers measure temperature on the Celsius scale. So let's read about these different type of thermometers. Students, in last class we had read about the three scales, that is degree Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. So in last class we had read about three scales of thermometer which are used for measuring temperature. Now we had also read about that what is upper fixed point and lower fixed point on these scales. Now it is a time to know about how Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale, they are related to each other. So student, if C, F and K are the temperature of a body on the Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin scales respectively, then the three scales are related as degree Celsius divided by 100 is equal to degree Fahrenheit minus 32 by 180 is equal to K minus 273 divided by 100. So F minus 32, it means degree F minus 32. So 32 is what? 32 is freezing point on Fahrenheit scale. And this K minus 273 is what? So 273 is freezing point of water on Kelvin scale. And the denominators 100, 180 and 100, these are the difference between the 2 points. So 2 points means the upper fixed point and lower fixed point on these scales. So my dear student, I hope that now you capable to know that what is the relationship between the three scales. So now students, get ready to know about that how temperature of different objects are measured. Students, read the question which is given on the screen. What is question? Question is how to measure temperature, and I am quite sure you know answer. Answer is given below. Go through answer. Thermometer is used to measure temperature. So let's read about different type of thermometers. Students, we have to read the different types of thermometer, and they are clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer, maximum and minimum thermometer, and the fourth one which we have to read, that is digital thermometer. So let's start with clinical thermometer. Students, let's talk about clinical thermometer. Clinical thermometer is used by doctors to measure the temperature of human body. The scales of temperature ranges from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius and from 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. The temperature of human body always remain within this range. So students, let's see the picture. This is Celsius clinical thermometer. So on Celsius clinical thermometer, temperature ranges between 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. And on Fahrenheit clinical thermometer, the temperature ranges between 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Students, let's start the structure of clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer has a long, narrow, thin glass tube with a bulb at one end. So, you can just see in picture also. At one end of this thermometer, bulb is present there. The bulb contains mercury. A fine thread of mercury you can be seen outside the bulb. There is a narrow constriction or kink in the capillary tube just above the bulb. So, you just see that this is capillary tube and this kink it is present just above this capillary tube. Now, student, what is the function of kink? So, let's know about that. What is the function of kink? Why it is given in clinical thermometer? So, there is a constriction or kink in the tube near the bulb. This kink has been made to ensure that the mercury in the thermometer does not contract and flow back into the bulb before the temperature has been read. Contract means what? Contract means to shrink. Students, there is a little arrow showing the normal body temperature. So, on Celsius clinical thermometer, the normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. And on Fahrenheit clinical thermometer, the normal body temperature is 98.4 or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. So students, when the mercury expands, and when mercury expands when it come in contact with hot object or when it come in contact with hot body. So, mercury expands, it pushes through the constriction, but when it is taken out of the patient's mouth, mercury does not go back to the bulb. Why? Because of kink. So, the doctor can read the patient's temperature easily. The mercury can be brought back into the bulb by giving it a jerk after the thermometer has been read. Students, let's start reading a thermometer and measuring temperature. Before we start, you have to keep one thing in mind. There are division between two consecutive number in thermometer. If there is 10 division between two consecutive number, then 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1 degrees Celsius. If there is a 5 divisions between two consecutive numbers, then 1 by 5 is equal to 0.2 degrees Celsius. Students, let's start reading a thermometer and measuring temperature. Take a clinical thermometer and hold it horizontally with reading scale toward your eyes. Do not hold the thermometer from the bulb. First, shake the thermometer a few times so that the mercury, the silver gray line, goes below the normal mark. Place the thermometer in the armpit or under the tongue of the person whose temperature is to be taken. Wait for 2 minutes. Take out the thermometer and read the temperature at which the silver line of mercury ends. Keep the thermometer below with your eyes for an accurate reading. However, there are certain precautions that one must follow while handling thermometer. Wash the thermometer well and dip it in an antiseptic liquid before and after using it. Be careful while using a thermometer. It can be break easily. And remember one thing, mercury is a toxic substance. So students, we have finished clinical thermometer. Now let's start laboratory thermometer. So students, let's start laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer commonly used in a laboratory consists of a fine narrow glass tube. This tube has a small thin bulb at its lower end. This bulb and a small portion of the tube are filled with pure and dry mercury. It means that laboratory thermometer is another example of mercury thermometer, just like a clinical thermometer. So let's see the structure of laboratory thermometer. Students, let's observe the picture which is given on the screen. A mercury thermometer commonly used in a laboratory. So it is a structure or picture of laboratory thermometer. Now observe the picture carefully. Now at the lower end of this thermometer, a thin glass bulb is there which is filled with mercury. Students, the air in the portion of the tube above mercury is removed by evacuation. Evacuation means discharge of air. So it means that the air which is present above the mercury in the portion of a tube, that is removed by the process of evacuation, and the upper end of the tube is then sealed. The portion of the capillary tube above the bulb is commonly called as stem. Okay, so the portion of the capillary tube which is present above the bulb, that is commonly known as stem. So that portion of the bulb is graduated in degrees. Graduated in degrees means marked with unit of measurement. So it means that the portion of the capillary tube which is present above the bulb is marked with unit of measurement in degrees, usually from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So now it is clear to you that the portion of the capillary tube above the bulb is graduated in degrees, usually from -10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. The bigger marks normally read 1 degree Celsius. If there are 5 divisions between two bigger marks, each small division read 1/5 of a degree or 0.2 degrees Celsius. Such a thermometer can be safely used for measuring temperature between 0 degrees Celsius and 100 degrees Celsius. So students, we can measure temperature of water in a laboratory by the help of laboratory thermometer. So I hope this laboratory thermometer is clear to you. Students, we have learned two types of thermometers. One, laboratory thermometer, and second one, clinical thermometer. And both these thermometers are example of mercury thermometer because mercury is filled inside them. We know that mercury is a highly toxic substance, but still it is used as a liquid inside the thermometer due to its following properties. It is shiny and can be seen from outside the glass tube. It does not stick to the glass. It expands uniformly as the temperature rises. तो uniformly का मतलब होता है एक बराबर. So mercury, it expands uniformly as the temperature rises, and because of that we can easily read temperature. Third type of thermometer is maximum and minimum thermometer. So maximum and minimum thermometer is used to measure the daily temperature to prepare weather report. And the last one we have digital thermometer. So let's read about digital thermometer. So students, see the picture of digital thermometer which is given on the screen. In digital thermometer, reading of temperature is displayed digitally as in digital watches. It has plastic body with a display screen. This is safe because no mercury is used in this. These thermometers contain thermistor which is a temperature sensitive device. So this digital thermometer, it is very safe to use. So I hope digital thermometer is clear to you, because these days digital thermometers are used to measure temperature. These thermometers do not use mercury and the temperature is displayed as a number, so it is easy to read also. So students, let's remember, temperature indicates the degree of hotness or coldness. Temperature is measured in degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit. Different type of thermometer are used to measure temperature. So my dear students, that's all for today's class. I hope everything is clear to you. So your homework is that please make neat and clean note of lesson 4 and send me in group. Okay, main thing is that keep smiling on face, stay home, stay healthy, use mask and sanitizer and keep yourself free from infection. Thanks for watching this video.